It's awesome. Okay.
We'll get a green dress.
Yeah, I think we are live.
We are.
Yeah, I think we are live.
You should get a green dress for prom.
Okay, I think we are live. Yeah, we are. I just got the message.
Yeah, I just got the message on my phone.
Okay, let's do it.
Cool. So what's up? All right. We are live with the Ancient Warriors. And I am learning technology as we go along here. So thank you guys for tuning into this live. Okay. So I have some questions for you guys. We can take turns answering this. This time I won't start with something as morbid. We'll go like just a little bit. We'll start off with something easy and happy. So there's a really excellent question, especially for all you creative minds in this panel.
Wait, but we have a new person that wasn't here earlier. Introduction.
We do. Introduce yourself. Name, color, give us your character.
Jamie.
Oh, okay, that's me. I wasn't here earlier. So I'm Jamie. I play Riley, the white ancient warrior, for the show. So
that's it. Sweet. Tell us about your character.
Oh God. Her warrior powers are connected to Athena, the goddess of wisdom. She is dating Samantha, Anna's character, with a getting. Can I say that? These episodes are out. People know that.
The fact that they're getting married, yeah, that's gonna be happening.
Yeah.
They're
getting married.
It'll be coming out tomorrow.
Their wedding episode comes out tomorrow. So
yes.
Congrats. That's sweet.
I have a really long line with the speech.
I feel so bad for Maya. We love you.
I had to when I was doing that, I had to record that like 500 times because I wanted to get it right.
You're not allowed to complain about long speeches in wedding.
I had a really long paragraph.
Not allowed to complain.
I'm not. I'm just saying I wanted to get it right, so I recorded it 500 times because I wanted to get it right.
That's awesome. Oh, well, congrats on the wedding, and thank you, Maya, for delivering the beautiful speech. So when does that episode come out?
Comes out tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow. I'm literally going to stay up editing it all tonight.
Sweet. Okay. So speaking of this show and all the formatting stuff, this was a good question. I like this one. Was would y'all rather have, so like if Ancient Warriors would you rather have it be a movie trilogy or a 3-season TV show? So would you rather have 3 movies or 3 seasons of a show? Like big budget movies or some more of like a small budget TV show?
I like the fact about Anna and I just aren't saying anything.
Why don't you answer this question for us?
Me?
No, everyone else.
Oh yeah, everyone else. Go first.
I can start. So I mean, there's perks on each one. If you do a show, you can really dig deep into everybody's side stories that reconnect. If you do a movie, it's got to be or a trilogy. You got to do straight to the point. It's got to be snippets of everybody's backstory, and then boom, you're right into it. But if they're doing, which one would it be?
Which one would y'all like to see for your characters?
I would love to see a Hades trilogy. Like, just saying.
I mean, for mine, just because she is the only person who has the power to time travel. So to see a movie about that, honestly, I would watch it.
I'm gonna say movie trilogy. One, because I want to see like how Abigail was as a child. Like, was she a spoiled brat, or was she seriously just like a really sad child?
Like for Samantha and Blake's story, I mean, because Artemis is not really her actual
mother. No, because their parents were murdered by a demon. So
I'm a specific demon, Amy. Thank you.
Here we were trying to morbid, but there it went.
Because I mean, I wouldn't show that specifically that in a show, but that happens in some shows.
Yeah, show the death of parents. We love that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Every Disney movie ever.
And Power
Hey,
Rangers.
that literally did happen in Power Rangers one time.
I was gonna say literally
case
in every
anybody
Power Ranger
forgot.
season. I was gonna say in every Power Ranger season, it's like one parent. It's like the mom or the dad. You never
But
see
also,
both.
like in Wild Force, they literally like showed like
Killed
his
both
parents
parents!
got murdered by the big bad.
Yeah,
They
both in Wild
grave.
Force is the only one that has both, I believe.
Yeah, I think. Well, Jamie and
A lot of
Isley,
times it's
what do you
just
guys want to
unclear.
see? Movie trilogy.
Mystic Force had both of them alive.
That's true.
Yeah.
And the adoptive parents alive. How about that?
That is true. Well, one was turned into an evil person, okay?
He was still
One was
alive.
there, but he
got better.
evil.
Okay, back to the question, Isley and Jamie. Would y'all want to see? Because Zach, I'm trying to make sure we stay on track. This usually happens. So,
It also
like,
happened
live show, like TV show, or
Earlier.
movie trilogy.
Silence.
Personally, because I feel like it's gone more into like personal characters. Personally, for Ivy, there's so much to work with, and yet there's so much that can be drawn out that I'm I'm gonna be that 9 out of 10 person and say actually TV show, just because I could picture specifically Ivy not being able to grow over the course of a movie, which depending on what type of movie, they usually span over 3 or 5 days or, years sometimes, but more so over the course of a TV show, just because there's so much there to go through and so much that you can attempt to tackle at once. But I think it would be more cinematically pleasing to have one problem dealt with, but have that solution conflict with all the other problems there.
Oh, like a coming of age story, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not by Netflix and better.
No, actually, I was gonna say the same thing. If we're going still personal characters, I don't know about like 3 seasons of a TV show, but it'd be cool to see like a TV miniseries. I feel like about Riley more than it would be to see a movie, or 2 or 3 movies. I feel like there's a lot that we don't see or hear about her past in Ancient Warriors, and I think it's less like a lot of other characters where there's like one defining thing, and just the idea of like seeing a series of her like misadventures.
Now that I think about it, for Blake, we don't really know that much about her, except that she's from the future. She used to live in the past and ran away to the future and all that. We don't really know like why she decided to do that.
Yeah.
Specifically, we just know that she did that. So like seeing that like in a TV show, like you can like go into her, like more delved into her backstory than in a movie. I mean, because a movie you can do that, but I would mainly only see her time traveling adventures in a movie.
Nice. So we got like a pretty even split there between show and movie.
Yeah.
They would both be cool though. Why not go for both? TV show then turned into a movie trilogy. Why not?
I mean, that's kind of what we're doing. Of like
Two seasons in a movie.
Yeah, 2 seasons in a movie. So I mean, it technically kind of worked itself out a little bit in some ways.
And actually, there's a question about that. A lot of people asked about like live action details. So is there anything new that you guys can share about the live action project you guys are planning?
And
No.
Well, I mean,
They were gonna do it, but then
or is that already known
what?
that I'm not playing Ivy?
Yeah,
Yeah. Remember we announced that like forever a million.
in January.
I don't remember what happens with what.
No.
Madness, it's plaguing our minds.
Yeah, we don't have any new information as of right now. All we can say is that we're filming it next year. There may or may not be a new Indiegogo that's going to come out, maybe, of where people might be able to sign up to come to the premiere that we're going to have in 2023, which is when the movie's supposed to come out. That's all we can say. All we know is that the premiere is going to be in August 2023, and it may or may not be taking place in New York City.
That's awesome. That's a huge update.
So that's as much as we can kind of give you, I guess, right now. But like,
I mean, I think that's enough.
You know, some movie premieres have the cast there, like with red carpet.
that's what we're gonna do, Maya.
I went to one.
They're fun.
For my father's movie that he did.
That's awesome. That's a huge update. All of those.
Yeah.
Super cool. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so this one is. Oh, can I ask that question?
Wait, did you get the question though? The me and Anna texted you.
Yes, that's the question that I wanted to ask. So,
hey,
Jamie hasn't answered this question, so Jamie should go first. Is if you had to kill off one character on the show, and it has to be someone on this panel right now, who would you choose to kill off?
No hard feelings, bro.
no hard feelings, Jamie.
I love being put on the spot.
If you'd like some background, there was a unanimous answer earlier.
No, there wasn't.
No, there wasn't.
Pretty unanimous.
Only
was
one
a
person
mixture.
voted for you. 2 people voted for you.
Yeah.
And
The rest vote, and then
else.
Anna and I voted for Carlos.
I mean, I almost feel like, and this is not anything personal at all, but I almost feel like I have to choose Ivy by default if we're going from this panel. I mean, it's like, who? You've got basically the main character here, and then like my character's girlfriend and her sister, and then a god, and it's like Ivy's just kind of the odd one out.
Maya and I both agreed though, Carlos. We were like Carlos.
What was funny is earlier I had said
it was really weird because I said Carlos.
And I was like,
if we were gonna
Wait,
pick
wait,
somebody,
no,
I didn't want to
somebody
pick somebody. I
had
picked
said,
Carlos, and then she just like I was thinking the same thing. Like I couldn't pick
No,
Carlos.
somebody had
weird. We were literally
somebody
thinking
earlier-
the same exact thing.
somebody earlier had said it was Clayton, that they wanted to kill off Clayton 2.0 because now Clayton 2.0 wants to be Pink.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Do that.
Apollon for Pink.
That'd be cool though.
Yeah. Male Pink warrior.
What were you gonna say?
They don't have that, okay?
You were interjecting, Carlos. Yeah.
So I was gonna say that when the question first was asked, I was going to be the martyr and say, Hades can die, so everybody else can live. And then once they started saying Hades, I'm like, nah, no, you guys can go. Apollon for Pink.
Well, I didn't actually want to kill any
husband, man.
Well, technically,
Now watch it actually happen.
the person
Right.
I did
Watch it
want
actually
to
happen.
wasn't even in this.
Who?
Isley, I have a question for you then. Since you're pretty much the big pick to kill off, if you had to choose your own cool way to die, how would you think is a fine way for Ivy to meet her end?
Oh, I thought about this so much.
Anna, did you send that question in?
Oh no, but Lord knows what I'm gonna say.
I feel like a classy way for Ivy to go would be poison, but then again, that's so cliched. Give me a minute.
This is why I love Isley.
How Ivy would want to die is I would like to be Heather JD'd and blow up. I want to walk to the edge of the cliff and sacrifice with a bomb and throw myself into the ocean and blow up.
Anna, really? I saw
Or
your
do
YouTube
it like
comment,
Romeo and
man.
Juliet and
That's
just
literally,
stab
every
yourself
time-
in the heart.
Every time we're talking about killing someone off, that is the first thing.
Anna said thrown off Tartarus.
Stab myself in the heart.
Anna said thrown off Tartarus because that's what happens when any character dies. They get thrown off a Tartar. They get thrown off Tartarus.
And here's proof. Here's proof. Here's proof.
I'm the only one commenting, and I'm having a great time doing it.
That is how I want to die. Kicker and Anna, you can write those notes down now if you want.
I'm not having you blown up though.
Yeah, same.
It has to happen. It's classy, all right?
Or just
I
have,
like
I mean, since Blake has the power to time travel, just send her to the future.
yeah, good luck. Pushes.
Get rid of me.
Poof.
Luck.
We're getting Pinky out of here one way or another.
Because technically, if I do that, then Apollon could become like just steal her power.
Thing, though.
So technically, I would not be. I would be helping Hades, but you know.
80 spinoff?
No, because you know, we like when we were talking about it after the panel, and ideas for things for love interest. She would technically be getting on his good side.
Yeah, technically speaking.
That's how I would like to die.
Into
Love
the future.
How wonderfully morbid. Okay, well, in I note, this one's for Jamie too, because we asked this one on the earlier.
Jamie's like, why did I get thrown in the ring of fire, man?
So, Jamie, so who's your favorite character on this panel besides yourself?
Your wife.
Part of me is like, I know what Jamie's going to say. So
Do you?
I mean, personally.
I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna say, so that'd be interesting.
Well, what are you gonna say? Because maybe I'm wrong.
I will take no.
I think I know
I
it.
will take
No thoughts, no feelings. First name that comes to your mind.
Honestly, I'm never anyone's favorite, so I will.
You were mine.
Look, if I were answering in character, obviously it would be Sam. But answering for myself, the actor,
I know. That's my point.
as someone who was super into like Greek mythology growing up, Hades was always one of my favorite gods, and I think adding in the queer love story aspect makes it super interesting. So I think Hades probably.
You're my new favorite.
No, I mean,
I thought I was your favorite, Carlos.
Two favorites? Two favorites?
But then it's
you
not-
can have two favorites.
Kick her. Don't do that.
I am her as your niece. Darn it.
That's awesome. Okay, well, that's a solid answer. Okay, so I think this is the only. Okay, there's two other questions for you, Jamie, specifically because we didn't get beyond that one. This one's going to be a little bit morbid, but here we go. So, does your character struggle with depression, anxiety, or heartbreak the most?
Ooh. Unlike me as a person, I feel like Riley is a very kind of level and not super like doesn't let her heart rule her head. She's kind of a very logical character. So I think I can again kind of answer this one by default. I don't think heartbreak or anxiety really mess with her that much. But I feel like there is kind of something a little sad sometimes in her lines. I can't quite articulate that. But especially at first, she seems a little like disconnected from everybody except Samantha. So I think I think depression would be my answer for that. There's kind of like an air of melancholy to her sometimes.
Interesting. Okay. And on a lighter note, so have you, and if you could, like switch into a different warrior color, which color would you choose?
Ooh. Is this like
gunning for Ivy's color, so pink?
Is this like just color? Does it come with the associated powers?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does. Okay.
Wait, we have powers beyond weapons?
Yeah, everybody's
We're
like
talking about
What?
I mean, my character has the power to time
I
travel.
thought you were the exception. Hold on. No. What?
Yeah, everybody has a power linked. My character has the power from Apollon, or not Apollon, good lord, Apollo, which is music, and like Samantha's is what is archery, and that's from
Oh, okay.
forget
This
what
makes
you got.
more sense why I don't know about mine.
I don't understand.
You would probably have the power of
Aphrodite,
Aphrodite because
which
she
is
is
the
the
whole
goddess
point,
of
yeah.
love.
Let's be honest. Ivy doesn't give a shit about love. So
That's why
I
it's
mean, if
funny.
Medusa was a warrior,
That's why
if
it's
Medusa
funny.
was a warrior, she would probably have the powers from Apollon and Haley.
Right,
Haley.
but again, wait, did y'all hear what Anna said about the fact of why Ivy is pink and why she doesn't
That's
really care?
literally the joke.
It's the joke. It's the entire point. Ivy does not care about love.
Was that not apparent already?
not to the actor, it wasn't apparently.
I think, and this might be a boring answer because I'm just kind of inversing her, but I think I would switch to black. Our black is the one connected to magic, isn't it?
Magic, yeah, magic / like spiders and stuff. So Croatia.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gunning for pink.
I mean,
Don't
gold
worry, we
would
already
be a
have a
nice
respected
color
candidate who's probably
on
gonna-
Riley. Honestly, like if I would say something for your character, Jamie, gold would look good on you too.
Yeah, I'd go black or one of our metallic colors.
Yeah.
Ooh, sweet. Okay. And then what inspired you to join the show, Jamie?
Ooh, okay. Well, I met the team at a convention. And then we just I met Anna and I met Kicker and Jacob, who's not here. And we all just hit it off really well. I really, really liked the group. So when they asked, hey, do you want to do this with us? I thought it was like a really, really exciting opportunity. And then they were like, oh, and your character is gay. We're giving Samantha a love interest. And I was like, absolutely, I'll do it.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so this is actually one of my questions that I wanted to ask you guys because I'm into the action and all of the fights and stuff. So everyone in the panel can answer this one. Is if you could have a fight scene with another character on the show, doesn't have to be someone on this panel. Who do you think your character honestly needs to duke it out with?
I need to go first. I'm sorry.
No, I need to go first before you even go.
Anna, you do not realize.
You don't even know. You don't even know, honey. You
Rock,
don't.
paper, scissors. Do it now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Anna goes first, then Kicker.
Yeah.
Okay, low key. Kicker knows what I'm about to say. What am I about to say, Laura?
Wait, 3, 2, 1. Anthony.
All right, that's it. Continue.
Okay, I was actually gonna say the exact same thing. I was gonna say Anthony, because the only reason why I say that, Abigail and Anthony get into so much crap, and they have so many fights, and it usually ends up with Anthony hitting her. So I think Abigail is just like up to here with his crap, and is like, you know what? I'm gonna swing my shoulder short at you, and like, so
tell me why I just pictured you as, remember the movie Enough with J-Lo?
Yeah.
Why do I picture you as that? Like that's where you're like whooping on him because you've had enough.
I mean, that could possibly happen in the movie. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Wow, that's
I mean, there's a lot of characters I would want to fight with. Or some, I mean, who would I choose though? Honestly, for Blake, she doesn't really.
Who annoys you the most?
Yeah.
Oh.
or who would want to fight Blake?
I thought Hannah was raising her hand. I'm like, dang!
What? No.
I'm like, that's bold.
I mean,
I was putting my phone down. Sorry.
honestly, I mean, first, like from looking at, the wedding scene, like when they're, thinking to themselves,
Right,
she
yeah.
did tell Cal to shut
Shut
up.
up. So I feel like she'd probably fight Cal.
Yeah. Like honestly, I can see that. Or just
I can
getting
see
fed up with being really annoyed by him is like, you know what? I'm just gonna, send him to the future.
I can see the wheels turning in Isley's head of who she wants to fight. So now I need to know who she wants to fight.
I can see this completely being as a hate Ivy moment, but I could completely see it where like Apollon's doing the training or something, yada yada yada, and Ivy's completely being lazy about it. So, and I'm gonna do a couple people, Marco, Cal, and maybe throw Anthony in there, go to confront her about her being lazy, and he's like, "All right, I'll whoop your asses right now." I feel like she could win that fight too.
Or Blake could do like a, Christmas Carol thing and take her to different places, like, and tells her, this is what happens if you're too lazy.
Honestly.
This is what happens if you're.
And I saw your other comment.
Oh, you did? You're welcome.
Yes.
The warrior of Ivy's future.
Jamie or Carlos, I must know.
Maybe Hades. Maybe.
Oh,
Hades?
Oh.
I could picture it.
Lose.
I was gonna make you my general.
I gotta
god of
prove
freaking
myself worthy.
underworld.
I was gonna say
He's the god of freaking underworld. So
I'll prove myself worthy.
So I think
anybody who would fight, I mean, me probably would win because she would just send him to the future.
Yeah, I would probably send him to like a different dimension.
Or a different dimension.
I think for Hades, I would definitely want to see Hades and Zeus actually duke it out.
yes.
Just with all the
I
crap
mean,
that's happened in the
audio part of them
Just
duking
the-
it out.
Right. So we've heard the audio, but I want to
could
see the
also
actual
see
clash.
Hades
Yeah.
fighting Anthony. Honestly,
Yeah, Hades needs to fight Anthony at some point. That just needs to happen, man. That just needs to happen. I would love to
I
watch
could see
Spoilers?
Carlos and Jacob duking it out. Honestly,
But what
I don't
about
know why, but I just
that
see
would be
it.
quite entertaining. I'll be honest.
What about you, Jamie?
No. God, because Riley doesn't really like have any issues with anybody.
Well, you and I both know that's not true. Croatia, come on now.
Wait, what? Sorry, what?
With Croatia, she has problems with Croatia. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if I had to say somebody, yeah, I would think that would be because we do see her get like upset by that entrance.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I feel like that's the only answer, really.
I think Riley's always going to be a tad upset.
Yeah,
You
I think. Yeah.
And I still can't hear you. You did not move any closer to your microphone after we
No,
talked.
I literally moved the computer and literally
Just
Put
be
it on your
louder.
lap.
Just speak louder.
guys,
You think-
literally I'm yelling at my computer.
You think Riley will always be what?
Always be
A little
tad
upset, she said.
Yeah, a little bit upset.
Yeah, Maya heard it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have really good hearing. I have the hearing of a wolf, okay?
Good.
I can hear little things.
Why'd you go with a wolf and not like a bat?
I was gonna say I was told I had that hearing.
Because I like wolves. Bats I like too, but
And now Maya's my new favorite. I love wolves. Actually, I've got a big old wolf on my chest right here.
no, like when we were at one Paramorphicon,
That's right. Maya
I
and I
had a
made
wolf
our
on my
own thing,
leather jacket.
and like we made the wolf leather jackets for
Nice.
Paramorphicon 2018. I had to sew mine.
I just taped it with tape. I just printed out a picture and taped it on the back of my.
That's the way to go.
And the funny
Maya.
thing is, the leather jacket was pink because pink is one of my favorite colors, other than liking gold because gold is very shiny.
Wow, everyone's just coming for Ivy then. Everyone wants
Yeah,
this.
what the heck?
No.
Not fam, non-fam. Purple is my favorite color, so I got my color that I chose, and I'm happy with it.
I'm fine with gold. I mean, I just like the color pink. I don't want to be the Pink Ranger anyway.
Yes.
Gold is cooler. I'm just saying.
Agreed.
So who do y'all consider, and everyone can answer this, who's the most like level-headed person, the most level-headed character on the cast?
Oh,
Riley.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, completely.
I don't think that one's even a contest.
no, I mean, if we're thinking about, level-headed characters, I mean, Riley is the most level-headed. Blake is more wise than level-headed, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is from the future. She came from the future, so she knows things. But Riley's more level-headed.
I think it also helps because Riley's character was like in the military, so I definitely.
I was about to say she's very like disciplined. She's very even-tempered. She's just very controlled.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I, in real life, am such a like hothead.
I'm honestly nothing like my character. I'm more level-headed than Blake is.
So who would throw like the most temper tantrums then, like the most immature, like naive character on the cast?
I was getting ready to say Samantha. Either that or I was also going to say
she's always yelling demon, so I mean that tells you right off the bat.
I'd say Samantha.
I'd say
I was gonna say Samantha. I was also gonna say Abigail.
See, the first one that came to mind for me was Anthony, so that's kind of funny.
I was gonna say that too. I mean, he does get annoyed with
a lot. Yeah.
Anthony does get annoyed with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Let's also forget there are two very certain characters in the show that poke fun at Anthony a lot.
That would be Samantha, and I believe
Ivy, and now Cal.
Closet scene, you guys are talking about Anthony a lot.
I'm really happy we included Cal in that scene, though.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Okay, so what about y'all's favorite? Actually, no. I don't want to give away any like spoilers, but what would you want to see your characters do from this point forward after the wedding? How do you want your character to develop or grow?
You good, Kicker?
Okay. Kicker, answer this question.
Okay. Well, okay. There was this joke that was said a couple of months ago. I don't know if it was on a panel or whatever, but there's this joke that the Warriors need to go to therapy. And I've been wanting to include it in an episode so bad that Abigail has a mental breakdown and she like has to face her own inner demons and see like different versions of herself, and it's horrible. And I wrote it out and everything. It's like 20 pages. It sucks. And like,
good. I read it.
Yeah, I haven't sent it to you yet. I will. But like I honestly think, like, personally for Abigail, I hope that she grows more and like is able to get through her trauma. But I honestly think Abigail at this point just needs to go see a therapist, man. I honestly think she just needs to go see a therapist and get help.
Well, you do have a lot of family issues.
That was on our Instagram live. That was on the Ancient Warriors live. So yeah, that was on there.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
That would be fun. What about like a group therapy session? Do you think that would be too chaotic?
Well, Blake, honestly, I think she would be more of the therapist.
I think everyone should invite everyone but Samantha. That's all.
I feel like a group therapy session, that's where Hades...
anger issues. Your character has anger issues.
That's my point.
But I think you should just talk to your sister or your wife here on the other side. The funny thing is when I'm looking at it, like the Queen's family is in the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
I set it up that way on purpose.
But it's not like that on the YouTube live, which is funny.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's not set up that way.
Interesting. You know, if there is a group therapy session, I would love to be the therapist and ask the questions. That would be like, so what brings everyone in today?
Death, and more death.
Great.
Blake, honestly, I like going forward. I don't know because she came from the future. So for her, I don't really know what would happen going forward.
I feel like for your character, your demons would be seeing what happened in the future and then coming back to try to fix it. So you're still dealing with that, thinking it's still going to happen.
Well, she's trying to prevent it from happening.
Right, but it's still in your mind. You know what happened in your future, but then back here you're like, oh, it's all peachy and nice, and how can I make sure it doesn't happen? And then you see like little things. It's like, oh yeah, that's happened. So I don't know now. And then I can see Anna at the therapy session saying, "Internal demons."
Honestly, I actually see that.
What brings you in today? And we go down the list, and it's like someone says this, someone says this, and then there's Samantha, demons, and then someone says this, and then someone says this.
It's just right in the middle.
Yeah.
Someone could talk, and then all of a sudden, like she yells demons, and then Blake is like, what is Amy attacking us or something? Because the only demon that she despises really is Amy.
Oh, yeah, now is Amy. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I honestly see that. Honestly,
I really hope my sister hears me from her room.
From the episode,
no, I mean, I like your sister, not the character that she plays.
My sister is great.
Who did everyone answer that question? Where they want to see their character go and how and grow?
I don't think I said anything. But kind of the opposite of what we were saying about Riley being the most like even-tempered, level-headed character. I think some good growth for her would be to learn to relax a little bit and maybe be a little more expressive.
Less uptight, because she seems a very uptight character.
Yeah.
She's, I don't know if uptight's the word I'd use, but very like rigid.
Yeah.
You know, like expand your horizons, I would say.
Yeah, just relax and be
like,
a little more
get out
open
of your comfort
with
zone. That's what I would say.
the other characters.
Yeah, the circle.
But she seems like a very, closed off character and more into her own certain thing, and the only person she would actually talk to is Samantha, really.
Yeah.
So like expand her horizons, like talk to other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Other than Samantha and the dog.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, just kind of loosening up and making like genuine connections to other characters, being a little more emotionally expressive.
Nice. And then Isley, did you answer that one too?
No, I haven't. I was actually thinking about it because I remember a long time ago I made 2 TikTok jokes about Ivy, which one of them was a forever alone joke, and another one was you're old enough to start acting like an adult, but you don't want to. So I think in terms of wanting to see her grow, yes, she should definitely I think be open to other people and also be open to experiencing what love is. Also be opening to sort of become a little less self-centered and sort of just open that up. But in terms of what would be cinematically pleasing, I think it would be more entertaining to see her get worse and then blow up at the last moment.
Wow.
Well,
okay.
Like
honestly,
blow up at the worst.
Ivy, I would have said, because this is just a theory. Like the reason why Ivy doesn't care about love is because she stopped caring about it, because this was just a theory that she used to have, because she did lose older sister in and then her brother left, and we don't exactly know what happens to her. She lost people that she really cared about, so she closed her heart off to love so that it won't happen again. That is just my theory. It's just theory.
Very correct theory.
And I know there's this TikTok sound that's like, I hate it when characters are all cute and bashful when they fall in love. I love it when they're like, oh God, oh no, why? I feel like that would be Ivy if she ever did develop a crush, just be like, what's happening to me?
Because you don't know what it feels like, because you close she closed her heart off from love because she doesn't want to get hurt anymore. So
I think there's also this along with the sort of having to sort of show herself as being the smartest in the room, if I phrase it like that, because she is the youngest and I am the youngest of everyone here. So it's sort of like, how do I earn your respect if not to show that I am superior in some way?
Interesting. A lot of characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So this question, Carlos, I want you to answer first because your character has gone through the opposite of this transformation. But like Hades went from villain to hero, so you know how that transformation is. But if all of you can answer, but who would you think on this panel has the most potential to actually go from hero to villain? Because all of your characters.
Can I answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Maya, go
I
ahead.
would say Samantha, because she has a lot of anger issues.
I would say the exact same thing.
And she wants to attack everybody who touches her weapons. So she literally would attack anybody who would touch her weapons. That would be more, I would say Samantha. I mean, I could see that, but I could also see my character trying to save her from it.
Yeah, that's
from becoming that villain character.
Yeah.
And I mean, also Riley helping.
I was also gonna say I think Samantha would be the most likely, just based on personality. And I know everybody wants to be like, oh, well, if that happened, Riley would help bring her back. What I think would be more compelling, because like we said a minute ago, Riley's only her real most genuine connection to any other character is with Samantha. A couple doing the villain degradation together would be really cool, in my opinion.
That would
honestly, I could see that.
I can
but
too.
Who would try to save you? That would be the sister-in-law over here. That would be me.
I definitely agree with Samantha. She would be the most likely to go evil. I do gotta say though, I completely see my character after Samantha goes evil be like, okay, I see the odds have shifted. Can I be your underling and run all the errands?
Yeah,
that would be me. I feel like.
Yes.
You don't want to be my general. Got it.
Well, I mean, one side looks like they're winning, the other one's a little iffy. I'm gonna go on the winning side.
Well, I mean, I would say Samantha, but Blake does have her inner demons also.
Honestly,
and she's
a
seen
time-traveling villain
that
is pretty cool.
nobody else has.
Oh, that'd be hell to deal with.
I know.
But
I mean, I was just gonna say, look at Loki, but that's
yeah.
Well,
so I could see her, because she, Samantha, because a lot of sisters are jealous of each other. I honestly, I could see Blake going, do a whole Thor and Loki situation.
I could see that.
Loki can be anywhere in time and space. Blake can be anywhere in time and space.
This be true. This be true.
So she could just pull a whole Loki situation and, think the whole world is against her.
Hello?
Who's calling?
Your future is calling.
Honestly, I think that was the perfect timing because I just said I could pull a whole Loki situation and think the whole world is against her, and then the phone call.
That was the TVA. They were looking for you.
Who's the variant in the
We know what
she
you're
could just
thinking. We'd like
do
to
the whole, join Kronos situation.
That's what I like.
But I mean, I don't think she would because, Amy's the underling of Kronos, that she would have to, not despise Amy, but she does. But she could just do the whole, pretend to be evil thing and, destroy them from the inside. Because I honestly see her doing that.
Yeah, no,
Pretend to be evil and
So a
destroy them from
double
the
cross
inside.
agent.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I think I put one too many negatives, but okay.
And then Kicker, what about you? Who do you think would be the one who is most likely to turn evil?
Carlos, you want to go before me? I need a second.
Well, I was thinking actually Abigail.
Yeah.
With all the hurt, I can easily see it, especially with Hades being evil and seeing how he did things. Abigail might start picking at that without realizing, like picking it up and internalizing it, and just all out. Just you know what, screw this. I'm doing my own thing. And in her mind, she might be thinking this is the right thing, but for the rest of the world, it's like, you're the villain now.
She does have a lot of issues within her family. I mean,
Psychotic
grandparents. Her grandfather wants to destroy it. Her father tried to kill her. Hades went from evil to good, but that's fine. But I could see, with all that issues, like she had enough of it and just, snapped and went all evil. And I could see, because Hades went from evil to good, he could try and, help her get through it and try to talk her out of it.
The scary part about it is, as Queen of Olympus, she has that power, and knowing that she can go into the underworld at any time and take what's down there, if Hades hasn't locked it up, that's a dangerous mix.
Yeah. And she has the power of lightning, so that makes it even more scarier. Yay! I was actually going to say, and this was before even anybody had given their answer, I was going to say Riley and Samantha together, because I feel like the villain
both of their characters have issues that they have to deal with.
Well, wait, the villain takeover couple. I started imagining in my head after people started going. I was like, that's not an actual terrible idea. I would really like to see
I would bow down willingly to those.
Oh yeah.
I would
bow
too,
down
honestly.
to the queens of evil.
Well, because the thing is, if for Blake, I mean, if Samantha did go evil, she would just become evil herself, because she just found her sister. Like, they just reunited, and she doesn't want to be separated from her, and she would just turn herself evil, because Blake does have a lot of issues, and she doesn't know how to deal with it, so she would just because her sister went evil, she would just join it, and the two queens and Riley, I would honestly see that, a whole family of evil villains.
Yeah.
I actually see that happening.
And what's interesting to me about that concept, that hypothetical, Samantha and Riley go evil, is we've talked about Samantha's got the anger issues, and then they kind of balance each other out very, very well. Where it's like you kind of have them going dark for like opposite reasons almost, where it's like, yeah, Samantha's got her anger issues, and then Riley's like repressed. And then like both just in personality and in like skills, they balance each other out very well. Like we know Samantha's very hot tempered and Riley's very level headed. Which when you've got that balance, that makes for also a formidable combination, I think.
Also dangerous combination.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I was also gonna say there was an episode, and I forget which episode it is. It happened in season 1, the one where we had to fight our evil clones, and it was like,
Oh no.
it was like Psycho Ranger sort of thing, but it was like super cool because it was like getting to
Yes,
like.
but
Well,
in the Psycho Rangers,
on that note,
with the
last
Psycho
time.
Rangers, they're not actually clones.
Yeah, they're
Right.
just but it gave like Psycho Ranger vibes a little bit.
Yeah, I was really
in
sad that I only got to do like 2
Beast Morphers,
lines as Evil
in
Riley.
season 2 of Beast Morphers, they did have a like in the Gamertron episode, like they had the the evil clones.
I would love to see the honestly, I didn't know about this clone episode, but that sounds really cool. If you guys can bring that back, if there's a way. I love the
Bring them back. Who knows?
Well, there's
Yes.
a way.
Honestly, because no one's really, because Blake wasn't there in season 1 until episode 12. Or I mean, she was around. She was just hiding herself. Like honestly, I could see her fighting herself. Like because she does have inner demons like that she's trying to fight, but maybe her inner demons is basically fighting herself because she has to save the future but also want to protect the present. She has to change the future but also wants to protect the present, and she has to choose whether she wants to change the future and or protect the past, or do both. And
Yeah.
she has honestly trying to fight herself. I would say internally fighting herself is what I would say.
It would
But
be
actually
Yep.
taking that and actually having a clone of it and her fighting it, I could see that.
Well, another thought on the whole turning evil thing that I just thought of is that there are so many characters who have those inner demons. Some of them know how to deal with them correctly. Like I say, Abigail and Anthony, they're handling it fairly well. But then some of them really don't, like Ivy and Samantha. So I could yes.
I could see, honestly, I could also
completely-
Blake going evil because
but I could completely see it where
she's
those
fighting herself.
those characters who are struggling with dealing it, sort of looking at the characters who aren't struggling, like Abigail, she's happy on Olympus, yada yada, she's ruling, and basically becoming jealous of that and like forming their own little anti-warriors to fight like the whole thing. Sort of.
I like that. Anti-warriors, that's fun.
We could also, that just reminds me in Mighty Morphin, I mean, Lord Zed did try to create, and Rita Repulsa did create evil rangers. Or at least tried to.
Attempted.
I mean, Tommy was the only one that actually worked for Rita, but he ended up, doing a whole Hades situation because he was evil and then turned good. Tommy, on the other hand, was only put under a spell to be evil, and it got broken. So it's a different situation, but
I mean, you see that a lot in the franchise, like repeatedly.
Yeah.
The evil ranger, the brainwashed ranger. Obviously, the perfected version is in Dino Thunder, but
But it's so much fun to watch.
Because the dino gem that Trent was using, found had the whole evil spell thing on it.
Yeah.
I kind of have a side note idea. I know Anna, you watched The Flash. Who was the other Flash watcher? Was it Isley? Okay, it was
I
you, Maya.
watched The Flash, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know for the creators and writers if you can incorporate this, but I remember the Laurel Lance's character, how they didn't know that she was a villain, and they kind of thought like, oh, she was still good. So that would maybe be interesting if maybe a clone took over one of the Ancient Warrior spots and just kind of like messed it up, kind of like Laurel's Black Siren. That would be a lot of fun too. Just a penny for my thoughts.
I like your penny for your thoughts.
Oh,
Like,
thanks.
honestly, I could see that with,
Who would y'all choose to be that, like, who do you think could mess it up the most? Who could be the best Black Siren in this panel? Really team dynamics.
in my opinion, I would say Ivy, in my opinion, because having
in terms of who could do the most trouble over time while keeping up a facade and being sneaky about it, I would agree that it's Ivy.
Interesting.
Because Samantha would just blow everybody up.
No,
Yeah, that's what
no,
Samantha's evil clone would just blow everybody up.
she's like a Bond villain, right? So she would have her evil monologues before she lets Bond escapes. That's her thing.
Interesting. Okay. So, all right, this question is for everyone, and I feel like this is a really good wrap-up question. So this is like, obviously, Ancient Warriors, it started at 0 and now it's grown to be something so big. You guys have a huge audience. So what is it that each of you ultimately, the message each of you ultimately want to send to your audience? Encouragement.
I would say, because there's a lot of, because we have Samantha and Riley with I would say, not to judge people by their, because love is love anyway. Like, doesn't matter, like, whether it's with another, with a male, like, and a woman, like, it doesn't matter. Love, like, don't judge people is what I would say.
That's a good one.
Nice. What about Kicker? What about you? What's your like ultimate message that you'd like to share?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, if you feel like you are either going through something or you want to ask for help, don't be afraid to ask for help, because people are going to be there to help you out. But like also what Maya said, love is love. Like, no matter if you identify as non-binary or if you identify as lesbian, whatever you identify as, like, don't be afraid to love who you want just based off of what somebody tells you. You should be able to just love who you want. And like I said, if you feel like you,
because there's a lot of people don't exactly know what they identify as
right
yet, and like they want to figure that out. For me, for instance, like, I don't exactly know what I identify as either, because I haven't really figured it out yet.
Well, like you said, the love is love. So continue.
And like just like I said, ask people for help if you feel like you need help. Just know that you're not alone in whatever you're struggling with, because there are people all across the globe, all around the world, that might be dealing with.
I would also say, because a lot of people don't like who they are, I would just say, like, it's okay to be who you are. It's like, don't change yourself for somebody else. Because I've had that happen when people, like, I had to, like, you should be somebody else. Is like, no, thank you. And like,
that's also what I feel like
the
message is a little bit with Ivy, because it's like, there's sort of two messages, which is one, like, don't let age define you. If you have an opportunity or something you're going after, don't let the one little thing sort of stop you. I mean, if I let age stop me, I would honestly, I believe, not even be doing this. I would not be doing half the things that I'm doing today in the present day. There's that. And then what Maya said, sort of be yourself or don't be afraid to sort of put yourself out there, because Ivy is sort of that character who honestly doesn't care what anyone thinks and is willing to prove that she doesn't care with all of the stuff that spews out of her mouth at times. So she puts herself out there, and I think that's a very good message to send.
Sure, excellent. Anna?
I'm not good at this whole message thing, so give me. It's getting to that point in the night where my brain just kind of stops working. I would say be unique. In terms of be yourself. In terms of don't let anyone define who you specifically are.
When you said that, Anna, I keep thinking of the slogan for Monster High.
Oh yeah.
For some odd reason.
You're right. Because
What's
what my mind went.
Be unique, be yourself, be a monster. So I was like, be
because
yourself, be unique, be a monster. It's like
a lot of the messages that I've dealt with over my lifetime kind of like encapsulates the show a little bit. In terms of like how I grew up, being a kid with all different kind of learning challenges. So yeah, that's be unique.
Be unique. And Jamie?
Mine kind of got taken with the don't judge people, I guess, because we've got not just with sexuality, but just in general, we've got great diversity in the show. But choosing one that hasn't been said already, I guess one important thing, and this is very power friendship sort of deal, but you can't do everything on your own. So trust in your friends and talk to people.
Love that. Love that. And Carlos?
So mine, really the biggest thing, because I was thinking of just all the stuff Hades went through, is don't be afraid to fail. Like each failure helps build towards something bigger, because especially with Hades,
failure leads to success. So.
right? And then with like Hades, he tried to find ways to bring back Apollon for centuries. Of course, we don't show all that in the show because that'd be forever long. But at the end, he finally gets him back. He also has Medusa. I mean, he's finally, getting his family back. And then being shown that he is a good guy, not a bad guy. So really, don't be scared to fail, because each failure is you learn what way not to do it. I remember actually, may she rest in peace, my science teacher in high school, she was the same thing. Like, don't be scared to fail. It's like each failure is a lesson learned, because now you know what way not to do it. And maybe those failures actually showed you how to do something else better. So it just take those baby steps and see where it takes you.
Yeah. I love all of y'all's messages. It's so beautiful, and it's a great way to just like wrap it up and connect with your audience. And I love that you can all like openly share it, because not a lot of people, say things like, be okay to ask for help, or the love is love, or don't be afraid of failure. So it takes a lot of courage to say that. So I really appreciate each of you sharing that. This was really fun. Thank you for letting me be your kind of character therapist for the day.
I've discovered so much about myself.
Now I can see, because we were talking about character profiles for the movie, and now I could, finally, get into it. Like because 35, I mean,
you'll be old.
35 is not old, thank you.
I'm gonna be 28, man. Like, not gonna be fun, you guys.
Meanwhile, Ivy, who's like
I'm gonna be
turns out to be
23.
an adult.
This is not old. 35 is not old. It's old enough to have children, yes. But she has no love interest. So
quick question. I think I'm the oldest one on the panel right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from Hades just being a god and being ancient anyway, I'm the oldest one on this panel. So old 30s is not old.
That's what I said.
You old to me. You old.
This is my magic.
old,
My magic
okay?
beard
I
is
wouldn't
growing
say.
in. That's what that is.
Nah, old.
He's not. I wouldn't say he's like grandpa. Thank
I
you.
Thank you.
wouldn't say he's grandpa, but I just say he's old.
I'm 22. I'm gonna be 23.
Yeah, he doesn't get the man part because I call my dad old man. No, he's just old.
Oh, okay. I guess.
You don't get man until you at least are my dad's age, which is 66.
All righty. Wow, y'all are each of you is such a charm. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. For each
Like
of yours,
halfway, but
no, each of you has such a beautiful light inside of you. So keep it shining, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna sign out of this live. It is 9 p.m. here, and I'm actually the real grandpa out of all of us because my bedtime's like 9 p.m. I go to bed.
no, my normal bedtime's like 10. Like that's why I'm like I'm tired.
Mine is usually like 12.
Mine's 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, I can never. Oh no.
I have never stayed up past 1 in the morning.
Okay, in California, if you want to have a 8 a.m. class, that would be 5 a.m. Thank you.
Well,
Wow.
what, you would stay up until 5 a.m. or you would
No,
like wake
I
up?
go to sleep
Oh,
and then wake up at certain
okay.
hour
I was about
before.
to say, Maya. I was like, I'm a little worried.
I have done that once
that
because
you
Stay on
go
track,
to
guys.
bed 4 in the
We're trying to
morning.
leave.
Trying to leave you guys.
because
You guys can argue
the
after.
only reason I did that is because I was not tired because I slept for 3 hours before. So my brain was awake. So that's the only reason I would do that. Usually I don't do that.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I also want to thank Zach personally for like having the idea to even do the panel and like us getting to come out tonight and like do the panel. Yay!
Honestly, when I was thinking of the panels, I was, because I brought my suit over here to Germany. I was gonna put it all on.
I want us to have one where we put them all on, man.
We'll put it on. Yes, send some pictures with the suit on.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh, I have
I'm gonna
one.
go because Zach is tired. But I had so much fun with y'all. Y'all are.
I think I'd be more tired than you.